For those who don't know, Road to Vostok is a hardcore survival game, and it's currently being developed by one guy. The game itself looks amazing with a Tarkov-like feel. Will surely bring in some Tarkov players to even try it out. The game will introduce a tailored experience to the survival aspect with a world based on a post-apocalyptic universe. The game will also be a sandbox with realistic weapons mechanics, advanced survival systems, hostile NPCs, multiple medical conditions, and even a permadeath element. The world will also hold tons of loot for you to scavenge or even craft hundreds of unique items. The game will also hold dynamic world events such as crash sites, airdrops, ambushes, and trading quests. The world is built up of individual maps with unique areas which are based on real-world locations. The developer stated that he is basing these worlds off of real-world abandoned areas to truly simulate a post-apocalyptic abandoned world. The maps themselves will be connected to each other and will simulate different difficulty ratings the closer you go to Vostok. Within these maps, you'll also have easy to access shelters, which will allow you to store loot and save your games. These shelters will also hold different customization and sizes based on different ones. Now, you may be asking yourself, what is Vostok? Well, Vostok is a dangerous and mysterious zone, which is sitting in the middle of a map. This is where the permadeath aspect comes into play. If you die in Vostok, your character dies alongside you with any loot and its game files. This is an interesting thing that the developer stated. If you die in this Vostok area, your character and that character's save files will also be deleted, which definitely gives you a real feeling of your character dying, no going back or re-gearing and heading back in to grab your loot. If you die, game over, which definitely gives the game itself a different feeling versus other games, which will allow you to either respawn and go back or re-gear and head back in. Well, you might ask, how does one get around the map itself? Well, there are tons of vehicles that can be used for different purposes. You have the boats, mopeds, and snowmobiles, which these vehicles just don't sit there. They also have to be taken care of and maintained. An event that also might happen during your time playing is the transmission event. This event will stop your devices from working properly or make them difficult or impossible to use. The game also holds a hardcore game mode, which is simple: winter. From what it seems like to me, you'll be able to enable this hardcore mode at the beginning of your playthrough. I don't believe winter is just going to be something that just happens during the game itself, you know, like as a climate cycle or something like that. I think it's just going to be, you can choose to play in the winter. And winter will obviously make it harder to survive, and basically every aspect will be affected. While this game has been on my radar for a while now, and I've been following it for a decent bit, I've recently really caught my eye as a game I should be paying more attention to during the whole Unity drama. I knew that the game was going to be developed in Unity, and that this might affect the development of the game itself. And then recently, the developer came out with a video kind of explaining his thoughts on Unity. And for anyone who doesn't know, Unity is basically just going to be charging their developers per download versus their old way of charging, which I believe was on usage time of the developer, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But this change has pissed off a lot of game developers and it's really pushed back some games that were going to come out, but now probably won't come out until they can port them over to other game development engines. This whole situation of the developers being pissed off at Unity is completely understandable. They have questions like, what is considered a download, or how can we tell how many times a game has been downloaded? And Unity's basically just told them, trust us, we'll tell you how many times your game was downloaded and what a download is considered. And that in itself seems kind of sketchy and weird. But this video isn't about Unity, it's about Road to Vostok and its current development status. Like I said, the reason I'm making this video is because of a developer released a video not too long ago about the whole Unity drama and what his plans are for the future of the game due to its being developed in Unity. He did an amazing job walking us through his thoughts on Unity and the current state of Unity. He stated that he has been working with Unity for over 10 years and his main experiences with Unity. He also explained in his words the ecosystem of Unity Unity. He mainly focused on the new user aspect of the ecosystem. A new user who chooses to learn Unity will eventually later down on the line support Unity in the ecosystem in some way. And that same possible new user will also do research during the early days of choosing which game development software to use. And in Unity's current state, it doesn't really have a good reputation. If a new user searches some of the common search terms when looking if a software is considered good or worth your time to learn, they'll have a mass amount of negative commentary on Unity itself. Upon seeing this negative information, they'll turn away from Unity and head to another game software such as Unreal, Godot, or any of the other multiple options on market today. The developer stated that he is concerned for the long-term effects of this change, and he's worried that Unity will be unable to rebuild the trust with the game development community. He also wanted to make it clear that Unity is a good game development software, and he's enjoyed it a lot. And from my personal experience with Unity, I did used to try and do some stuff with Unity, try to learn it, and it was very straightforward, and there was tons of community support or even Unity support on their website to help new users learn and figure it out, versus what Unreal has, which isn't horrible, but it isn't as good as Unity. Although he also decided to change the game development software over to Godot. He chose this option due to its similarity in Unity. He also showed a few demo units he built in Godot, and it looks pretty good. From what he has said about the transfer from Unity to Godot, he seems very confident that the port will work out fine. I'll put his video in the description if any of you guys want to watch it. He makes some amazing points about why he chose this, and he explained his decision in great detail. After he announced that he's porting from Unity to Godot, he went into the new roadmap. He stated that he was only 2 weeks away from public demo 2 before the Unity situation broke out. He explained that it would be unwise for him to release the public demo 2 before he ports the game to Godot, which I agree with wholeheartedly. He wants to ensure his game holds a good reputation, and if he releases the demo 2, which is 5 times larger than demo 1, he will not be able to respond to any bugs or issues with that demo. He wants to ensure that he's able to support the demo when it releases and fix any issues that we might find for him. He'll also be releasing updates about the game throughout the porting process every week or so. He'll be releasing the public demo 1 version 3 or Godot edition sometime at the end of this year. But it will also be very interesting to see how the game is continued to be developed. If you guys want to see more about this game, I'll continue to keep you guys updated on all the information. This game is something that I find pretty interesting and probably definitely will play when it's able to come out. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.